Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, as you can see, I'm in my room. I'm going to be doing a foundation review today on the new Dior Forever Skin Glow. It's the new 24-hour Radiant Perfection foundation. So I am going to just basically show you how I put it on. I'm also doing a review, but right now, if you want my first impressions, I've been trying the Clinique ID in the pore filling, texture smoothing, and hydrating cream. I used this whenever I got out of the shower. It's very light, but it's kind of sticky, but what I did notice after about 5 or 10 minutes of use, it did shrink my pores just a little bit. Now, I did sleep this morning, so I used this right before I went to sleep, which is the new Glam Glow Good in Bed, and it's like a thicker texture, but it does smooth and it does help keep your pores at a very minimum. So I really like these two as a combination as of right now, but I will let you know after I used them for about a week if they make me break out or anything. So that's just my first impressions on the Clinique ID and the Good in Bed Glam Glow cream. Now, to start, I use the Touch in Sol No Problem Primer. It is a pore filling primer, and it's because I do have a lot of texture, but right now, because of the creams that I used, my pores are at a minimum and my face is smooth, which is really nice. So far I'm in love with the combination, but we'll see how the foundation sits on top. So I'm just going to put this on. I'm actually going to try and fix my lighting to see if I can get it a little brighter in here. All right, that's just a little bit better. A lot better. So this is how my skin is looking with the creams and the pore filling primer on. So now I'm going to take my foundation, which I am in the shade 2N. So I'm just going to take one pump after shaking it. That's what one pump looks like, right there. And I'm just gonna start applying this to my face, like so. Usually I use the bare minimum, so like a pump and a half usually will do the trick, because I don't like wearing too much foundation, because the more foundation you wear, the cakier you're gonna look. So taking my Real Technique sponge, I'm just gonna start blending this out, because it's supposed to be a medium to full coverage. So I don't want to put too much on, especially if I have issues with it. And obviously, I don't know if you guys tuned into the Patrick Star Christmas collection that I did. I tried a new foundation and it turns out I was allergic to it. So the less I use, it gives me a better chance of finding out what I'm allergic to and what I'm not allergic to. So far, I'm not allergic to any of the Dior foundations that I know of. So that's a plus. But alright, this is the first layer. It gives you a very, very nice, like, just an even skin tone. As you can see some of my redness still. Like, let's cover my eyes and see how that works. It also might be because of the sponge, because it probably does soak up some of the product, but this is just with one layer, and I'm only keeping it with one layer. I think I might do just a little bit more on my sponge for my forehead, because I don't think my forehead got as much as like my cheeks did. So we're just gonna go down and get the forehead a little bit, like so. And I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm out of breath. It's just I'm kind of sick. I have an upper respiratory infection, and it's just been a little bit wearing on me. That's all why I haven't been filming. I also haven't been filming because I'm trying to get everything in order for me to go back to school to get my RN. So we're in the middle of doing that as well. So Alright, and this is what the coverage looks like with a pump and a half. I think it looks really good. It looks very natural. It looks very nice. So far, it's lightweight on the skin. Well, for now. I know some reviews said that it was heavy, but that might be because they used too much. Anyway, I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to do my concealer. I'm going to set. I'll do a look, and then I will come back with a wear test. I'm going to do around at least 8 hours, maybe 5. It just depends on if I can stay awake that long. But anyway, let me get the rest of my face done. Alright, this is what the foundation looks like set. I use a mattifying setting powder, so I use the Patrick's powder. So, like, it helps, but sometimes it dries me out. So as of right now, I used this and the Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer just to make sure I stay a little bit, sorry, my dog's getting into something. Just to make sure I stay a little bit, moisturized. So I used that, and I even sprayed my face with the Natural Finish Focus Spray from Wet n Wild, just to, because before I do everything else, I basically set all my makeup, including spraying it, because sometimes, I don't know what it is, but sometimes I get very matte and very dry real quick, so sometimes making it soak in to the skin first before applying more powder helps. It never fails. My nose gets so itchy. But I will be back when I finish the face. Alright guys, I set my face, I already told you, so I did my bronzer, which is the Marc Jacobs, the light shade, the Tantastic one, like the one that was limited edition, but now they made it like permanent. And then my blush is Peaches from MAC Cosmetics. My highlight is the 24 Cray in the Fenty Beauty Fairy Balm, and I like it. If you're my skin, maybe fairer, it's just going to be a little bit dark. Like, you can see like a very slight cast, but it's not as noticeable like in person as it is on camera. So this is really nice. I recommend it if you don't really have a lot of highlights. Like, this will probably be my go-to, especially whenever I get tanner in December. So then on my eyes, I have Makeup Forever. This is a duo I made in, trying to remember the shade names, but I know this is a coral pink and this is a peach in their glitter formula. So I really like that. That's the first time I've ever tried Makeup Forever. This is awesome. So the only reason why I brought you guys back on here is because I am trying out, oh crap, I grabbed the wrong one. Whenever I come back, I'm going to put a lip on. Oh, I lied, it's right here. But I got Dragon Mommy, one of the new coral shades from the Fenty Beauty line, and I'm just gonna put this on right now just so you can see it, because this is the only reason why I did like a coral look to match this lip, because it is an extremely coral lip, as you can see. Like, I ain't kidding. But no, for the first time a couple days ago, I tried this formula, and let me tell you, this formula is really great. Like, I can't complain because it's very comfortable, and they come in a lot of really pretty colors. So that's the first application, very pigmented. Sorry, I'm trying to look into my phone and do this instead of in the mirror below it. And I forgot to hydrate my lips before applying this. If your lips are hydrated and not dry like mine are, it'll go on very easily, like extremely. Right now, my lips are dry. See? So, application was not that great. But, it's a very coral shade, obviously, like, unless you do coral makeup or, like, a very dark look, it's going to take over your look. So I'm just going to take a little bit of single on the center. And this might be too peachy. Crap. Oh well. Fair warning, if you don't want to ruin your lipsticks, don't mix them like that, but I just did it real quick so that way I could give myself a little bit of like tone down that coral a little bit. It doesn't look bad, but not the best look that I've done. I got hair up my nose. Anyway, okay, this is the final look. First impressions of the foundation is I like it. It sits on my skin very well. It hasn't dried me out. It's not greasy, but I also put a mattifying setting powder on it, so we will see how it holds up through the day. If it ends up getting too dry, then I'm just going to assume that the setting powder is too matte for me because my skin is already dry. But first impressions, this is a go. I will see you in about 5 to 8 hours for the wear test for the final review. So stay tuned. Alright guys, I decided that I am just ready to go to sleep and I just don't want to be wearing makeup anymore. As you can see, I already wiped off the lipstick because I wanted to eat some pickles. But I'm not going to give you my final review on this foundation since I didn't really get to give it a really good wear test. But after, I think the light's going to be an issue trying to show you, but after, I think it's been like 4.5, close to 5 hours, more 4.5 to 4, as you can see, like, it held up, if it would stop glaring, held up really well. My pores don't look too, my pores don't look too emphasized. There's no cracking that I see, like, right up front, but also I'm really dry and I used a mattifying powder, so I basically want to get this off because I feel like I just dried out my skin when I didn't have to. To me it looks good, but I didn't really get to give it that, you know, long wear test, so I would say for my first impressions of it, my first impressions of this, and for a 4 hour wear test, it was a good foundation. I will give you an update whenever I update you guys on the Glam Glow Good in Bed and the Clinique ID. That will probably be whenever I give you my final thoughts, like wear it a couple times and then I'll be able to tell you if it meshed well with my skin. But thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading all that much, but I hope you still comment, like, and subscribe. I love you guys. Have a wonderful night.